Good morning, guys. So welcome to Module 2. In this module, I want to talk to you about essential skills for teaching. So I think as an English teacher or as an English speaker, you have a great sense of humans. I think you can sense people, you can sense and analyze and read people. Or at least you can develop this skill if you become a teacher. First of all, let's talk about understanding student needs. When I say needs, I mean, first of all, English. Like, why do they study English? If they study English to, uh, for work, if they study English just to speak, if if they just want to get basics and be able to order a food or just go somewhere, why are they learning English? Okay. And the second thing is, what are their needs in the class? Some students need validation, some students need support, some students need applauses. You applaud and you be like, yeah, good job. Like they feel validated, they feel heard, they feel seen. Some people need attention, you know. And so that's what you do as a teacher in the class. You find their need, like for example, they need to improve their speaking. You focus on that. Second thing is you look at the person in front of you. For example, um, maybe they need a friend, somebody to talk to. Maybe you need to fill that gap, right? That piece of a puzzle, you need to fill it. We will delve deeper into how to do it, into how you can do that. But basically, my favorite framework of analyzing people and going about dealing with people is MBTI. I think you understand. Extrovert, introvert, uh, intuitive or sensor, like how they perceive the world through their five senses or through their intuition. Feeler or thinker. Some people are just logical. It seems like they have no heart. It's just because they're logical. And some people are following their emotions more, like following their heart. And the last thing is perceiver, which is they never make conclusions. They don't feel time. They're always open to possibilities, opportunities. They don't, artistic types of people. J is a judger, means they make conclusions fast. They burn the bridges fast. And they can be one of those traditionalists. So basically, yeah, when you understand the types, you begin to know what each type values. What do they value? For example, a combination of SJ means they are a traditionalist, sensing judger. They value friendship, family values, traditional values. And so you can, so their needs maybe to be part of a community. They want to belong, they want to serve, right? So you can give them some tasks that they can help you with along with the class. Or uh, you can give them a sense of a deep connection with the class, like family, you're all friends in the class. You guys, are always together, and there are some values that these people value a lot, and you project that, you provide that. Like I said, family values, friendship values, traditional values, right? You are kind of old, you demonstrate that you connect to them in their uh, through their lens, through their values. Another type is intuitive feelers. Those people, in my opinion, like to have a comfortable space and place to talk about stuff, to brainstorm, to challenge. ideas, to have this intellectual conversation, about stuff, maybe to connect to people. They like to feel heard, they like to feel, I don't know, loved. So you give them more attention, you 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 show them that you care about them, you really, like love them, you genuinely care. Some people are logical, right? And so logical people don't need that feeler stuff. They need more, maybe, like, you can challenge their thinking. You can give them tasks, you can be giving them all these graphs, you can be giving them like, tables and graphs, and the systematic approach, especially if they are sensors, if they are sensing people, like they use their senses, they're not intuitive. Intuitive people go with the flow. So you go with the flow, you go with the book. There's something new, you explain it, it's not as planned. But for sensors, you kind of have a planned lesson ahead, showing everything. But regardless, you have to be prepared. This is a little bit deeper into personality types. We will discover that and talk about it later. But this is what I mean when I said understanding student needs in English. And also, if you understand that they want to speak, like improve their speaking, if you understand that if they want to improve their reading, you focus on that. That's not hard. That's very simple. Every book adapting to different learning styles. Yeah, and so when you understand that your students need to improve, let's say, their speaking, that's mostly the problem with people. They want to improve their speaking. So you adapt. What do? You reduce the number of writing. You reduce the number of basically you try to give them speaking 60% of the time. So they read, they speak, right? They read the text. They answer the text, they speak. Then there is some questions about life, speaking tasks. You assign them speaking tasks. Maybe you open a website, ESL speaking topics. They talk about stuff, they discuss, Um, there is like yeah, guys, like you could have hundreds of teaching styles, but it all depends on the student. And if you have, let's say, 5 groups of students who want to improve their speaking, you just make the lesson entertaining. You just make the lesson fun and practical. Nothing hard, nothing serious. I don't want you to think of style A, style B, like no rules. If you like rules, of course, you can follow some styles. For example, one of the main things to remember in class is 80-20 principle. So 80% of the time, students do the work. They read the questions. They answer. They don't, you don't read the questions yourself. As a teacher, your job is to explain and speak 20%. So you explain the grammar, the essentials, and that's it. They do the task. They read, they speak. You just guide them. So that's one of the most important things to remember in class. Because a lot of teachers would be just, like reading questions, like a teacher reads the question and the student just, some teachers speak for, let's say, 35%, which is not sexy. It's not like, not, it's like, it's not very attractive or beneficial. Another thing is about homework. As a teacher, you can give them tangible tasks. For example, they took 5 words a day. So today they have 5 new words. And so you tell them, guys, today's grammar was first conditional. And so you tell them, use these 5 words with the grammar and make sentences. So for example, the word was go. So they say, for example, if I go to the bathroom, I will read a book. For example, it doesn't make sense, but maybe it makes sense. Doesn't matter. They use the example. If you see that your students are not intuitive people, meaning they will have bad, like they will not have a strong. So some people don't have imagination. Some people can't, just some people struggle with bringing up examples, especially if they are not intuitive people, if they're sensors. So what you can give to sensors, what you could do is you could, give them 5 hints. You could use Google, you could use AI to generate 5 hints for sentences. So for example, make a sentence about an old lady, make a sentence about a young hoe, make a sentence, whatever, doesn't matter. So it generates prompts. You give this to students and they make examples. The most important thing is for you as a teacher to know, it doesn't matter what way you teach. The most important thing is results, right? The student practices words, understands grammar, maybe memorizes the word. You are able to solve and go through the, every unit has a check. So 1 and 2 unit checklist or test. So when they pass grammar, vocabulary, if they can do that well, and if they have progress, if you can, as a teacher, measure their progress, if you can ask them for the last 90 words and they remember all these words, then you are successful. You are successful, you did it, you got it, you are the real teacher, the realest nigga in the room. You know, yeah, just make it friendly, make it seem engaging, make it interesting. If you teach English, you must like it, you must like to connect to people, you must like to talk to people. So that's the most important thing as an English teacher. Guys, if you have any questions but at the end of this module or right now, you can go to questions and type your question. I will be so happy to answer and assist you in the best way possible. Thank you so much for today, guys, and I will see you next module.